guys, what's up? It's Red. So I am getting ready to go to the movies today, so I thought I might as well make a video out of it and film it. I have found that I have been buying the lightest foundations, and a lot of them are still too dark for me, because apparently most people get tanner, and I just seem to keep getting paler. Don't know what's up with that, and I'm ready for some color back in my face. But I'm going to be trying some of this Makeup Forever, like, Chroma mix stuff that I got a sample of. I wanted to just straight up say go for it and buy the whole thing, but they didn't actually have any available to sell, because I guess it's really hard to get a hold of. It's been sold out like on the website and stuff too, so we'll see how this goes. So all I have is a sample because I can't exactly buy the floor like the tester, and I wouldn't want to because that'd be disgusting, but this is where I'm at. And I figure it's probably better to do a sample anyway and find out if I actually like it as far as lightening my foundations before I actually go to buy the whole thing. I will buy a foundation that matches me, and then for some reason my skin will lighten even more, and before I've even had a chance to use all of it, it'll be too dark. And it's ridiculous. I don't know if this actually did anything. I might not have used enough, but I feel like I might not have had enough in my sample. Plus, I kind of feel like I had a hard time, like, I had to, like, scoop it out with my finger, and so it was just kind of really hard to, like, mix in with the foundation. So I feel like I did absolutely nothing. I think I'm going to have to, like, when they get it back in stock, I think I'm just going to have to suck it up and buy, like, the Chroma mix, whatever it's called, the Chroma mix. I think it actually comes in other colors, too, like red and blue and yellow. So if you have a hard time matching the undertones to your skin, because it's so easy to say like warm, cool, neutral, but a lot of us fall on a spectrum like in between these. So I feel like it's not always a good judge of what your undertones are. So I think it's really cool because you can mix in these other colors with your foundation and really sort of tone the foundation that you like to your specific undertones, which I think is really, really cool. I feel like I always go to my Sigma brush automatically because that was like my favorite foundation brush up until very, very recently when I got this Hourglass one, which is I spent way too much on it, if I'm being honest with you. Like, it was during do you ever have those days where you're kind of having a bad day, and so I guess it's just retail therapy, and you're just like, I don't even care how much I'm spending, I just want stuff, and I don't care, and I want things that'll make me happy, because I feel so unhappy. Yeah. Well, this was on one of those days, and I bought this with a whole bunch of other stuff, a lot of which I ended up returning, partially because I'm like, why did I buy this? And also because I ended up not liking some of the things that I bought, and I really let the sales girl get to me, and I was just in that headspace of, yeah, you know what, throw it in, let's just do it. But one of the things I did end up keeping from that retail therapy session was this brush, because even though I hated the foundation that this brush was made for, which is the Hourglass Stick Foundation that everybody else and their mom seems to freaking love except me. Now, it's not that it didn't look pretty, it looked very pretty. I don't know that she matched me very well with it, but it looked pretty, and this is why I don't let other people match me for foundations, because I feel like they never match me correctly, and then I go home and I'm like, oh, yep, there I am, I'm a ghost. But I think that was part of why I didn't like it, was the color match, but I realized, at least on me, no matter how I set it, I could if I barely touched my face, tons of foundation and color would be coming off my face. It was ridiculous. Like, ridiculous. Like, if I'm paying that much for you, I don't want that much transfer. Also, I wear glasses most of the time, and I don't want to have my glasses be there for, like, less than 2 seconds, and it's already, like, created this imprint where the nose part is. Freaking drives me crazy. You know, I've had some foundations that were a little bit thicker that I would deal with some of that with, but not like this. This was ridiculous, and I was like, this costs way too much money for me to feel like I'm struggling this much. But, so I ended up returning it, but I did love the brush. This overpriced little thing, because it actually, no matter what foundation I've used this with, even though it was made for that specific foundation, this freaking thing blends everything else like a dream. I feel like it doesn't soak up that much product, and I feel like it gives you a pretty full coverage, which is pretty awesome. Also, I feel like doing my makeup today will be slightly more challenging, because randomly last night, I had a super bad allergic reaction to something in this eye. I don't know what. I probably had something on my hand and then touched my eye, and, you know, it was brutal and horrible from there. But, like, really, really fast, my eye it got really, really itchy and uncomfortable, and it got really, really red, and it swelled up so bad. to the point where I could barely see out of it because my eye was just like slit. It was just slit. It was so swollen and irritated, and I was flushing it out. I was putting allergy eye drops in, and honestly everything was just turning out disastrously. Like, it was just so bad. And my friend drove me to Walgreens probably at like 9:30 last night because I created like this makeshift eye patch to try and protect it using tissue papers and a headband, which is surprisingly effective. It was surprisingly effective. So we went and got like an actual eye patch from Walgreens, as well as some more eye wash. Finally, the discomfort started to get a little bit better. I took Benadryl and all that jazz. It's looked a lot better today. I feel like farther away you can't tell as much, but it is still really, really puffy, like under here. And it was still pretty swollen when I woke up. I've been putting like cold spoons, like I've been putting spoons in the freezer and then applying the spoons, because it seems like it does a little bit more than ice packs do. So that's what I've been doing to try and get the swelling down, and it's gone down a bunch, but if you were to look up close, it is definitely puffier, where here it's definitely more concave because it's not swollen on this side. I'm gonna highlight this side a little extra, see if I can even out some of that. When you got freaking loose powder and it's freaking like getting your contacts. Ugh. So anyway, I am on my way to see Beauty and the Beast today, and I am super excited. Super excited. And I'm just super excited, and it only just came out, but everybody's already talking about how fantastic it was. So a few weeks ago, before it came out, I decided to just go ahead and get some IMAX tickets for it, because there are just certain movies that I'm just like, you know what? Like, I think it's going to be worth it. And I feel like it's going to be worth it. So I'm really just kind of going for the quick contour today, nothing too crazy or heavy. This NYX like contour stick just makes contouring like so freaking fast and easy. And like, it's kind of a soft cool toned color, so when it blends out, like, it's really not an obvious contour like at all. So for those days that it's like I want to add some like shadows back in my face, but I don't want it to take 50 billion years. This is what I use. It's like my go-to for a really kind of just soft, not too heavy contour. I just kind of grabbed some of my Anastasia palettes because these are honestly like my favorite, because the formula is my favorite, and I feel like with these palettes it's just really, really hard to mess up. Really hard. I don't know, they all look so nice. I feel we'll start at the transition shade that's, you know, always kind of a must and pretty hard to mess up. I really hope next time I wash my brushes that like this pink comes out, because I used one of the electric pigments with this brush, and I feel like even though I've been like cleaning it with the brush cleaner, I feel like it just hasn't been coming out of the brush. I couldn't get it out of the brush. I'm hoping if I go and do like a deep cleaning that it's going to come out, because I don't know. I mean, I like the color pink, but this is like that shade of pink of when you wash something red with your white clothes, like that kind of pink. And that's not cute. That's not cute. Seriously, nothing blends out like these eyeshadows do. These eyeshadows are freaking fantastic. Like, hands down, Anastasia has my favorite eyeshadow formula. Like, they blend like a freaking dream. You don't even have to be an expert at makeup to like get these eyeshadows to look good on you, and I just think that's so freaking bomb, because I don't want to have to work super hard just to get my eyeshadows to look seamless and pretty, and with these I really don't have to. It's so freaking effortless. If you're gonna ever invest your money into any good eyeshadow palette, freaking Anastasia all the way. And I'm sure there's probably some person out there that will say that they're overrated, but I don't know. Honestly, like, I don't personally know how, because these things are freaking best. Also, I bought these like flat concealer brushes off Sephora's like website in the sales section, right? Because I feel like they're always like discontinuing some of their brushes on there. And these are concealer brushes, but I feel like they're just the freaking bomb when it comes to packing on eyeshadow and like shimmering eyeshadow. So that's what I buy them for. And especially when they're on sale and they're only like $10. Steal. I think just to add a little more something to the inner corner, I think I'm going to go in with my Alchemist palette, and there's like the pinky highlight undertone, just to be a little more light capturing in the inner corner. feel like I'm not loving my eye makeup today, but I feel like, I don't know. I think it's just me though. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Just, I don't know. I feel like it's just kind of how I'm feeling about my makeup today. You ever just have days like that where you're just like, and there's nothing really that wrong with your makeup, but somehow it's just not, I don't know. It's just not making you happy. I always kind of wonder if one day I'm going to do this and like my eyelashes are just going to snap in half. I realize that's probably not totally realistic, but I always hear horror stories and I'm like, that's going to be me. That just love it when it automatically stops recording. It is a good thing that I looked up in my little viewfinder right then. So I recently finished Rotten Dawn by Renee Audier, I don't know. I really, really liked it. And I'm really happy that I happen to be buddy reading it with Kaz because I was just like, oh, you have this book, like I have it too, we should totally buddy read. And I'm really glad that I did, just because it's one of those books where you kind of like want somebody to talk about it with. So if they're reading it with you, you have that ability to just be like, oh my god, what did you think of this? Oh my god, this person is doing this, this person is driving me crazy. And because they're also in the like height of reading it, they can kind of geek out with you at the same level. I mean, you can talk to somebody who's already read it as well, and they'll geek out with you to an extent, but it's been a while since they've read it, so they're not quite on the same level with you. But when you buddy read it with somebody, you're both at the same level, and it's just way better. And not all books, I feel like, need to be buddy read, but then some just makes them like 20 times better when you do. Also, I do want to try for false eyelashes today, because I have a wedding. I don't really like wearing false eyelashes all that often, but I do like them for like special occasions. Next week, I am going to a wedding, so I plan to wear it. But because it's been a while since I've worn fake eyelashes, I wanted a practice day in here, so I'm going to wear them today. It's kind of a practice day. That way, if they look terrible, I won't be too upset, because I would rather them look terrible today than look terrible at the wedding. I've never tried these like things that come with it, but we're going to try today, because why not? No, I don't like it. I'm using it on the right, I'm not even putting it on the right way. I am so good at this. Not too shabby. In the meantime, I will do my highlighter. I always like to spray my face with a little Fix Plus just to get rid of any powdery looks, but also I like to do it before I apply my highlighter because I want it to be as intense as possible, because some people really like that subtle natural highlight. I want to be glowing like a freaking damn disco ball. I don't even care. And this freaking Nicole Guerriero palette that I recently got, so bomb. Like, it's a little, fallout's a little crazy on it, but for the intensity that you get, like, I don't even care. I don't even care. And it's so funny because it looks like it's going to be so gritty and chunky, but it just looks so friggin' pretty. But there's been like this thing where like people are like, don't highlight the tip of your nose. You don't want to, that's fine. I like it. I don't care. Then I'm just going to add some mascara. This is just great. Pretty much push right past my lashes and onto my lid. Makeuping is not easy. I don't know how to do things. I don't know how to life. And done. This wasn't like a terrible makeup day, but it wasn't one of my easiest, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. But some days are just like that, and they're just not going to be, some days when you're not trying, easy. And the days when you're actually trying, you're just like, everything's a disaster, your eyeliner's up on your forehead, you know, it's... Anyway, thank you for hanging around and doing the get ready with me. Hopefully I will actually post this one, but we will see. We'll see. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later.